The world calls it the honey badger, and the Guinness Book of World Records has granted this small animal a strange, unique, and honestly terrifying title, the most fearless creature on Earth. But is this animal merely a cold-hearted, bloodthirsty killer roaming the plains? Is it just an exaggerated myth? Or does a heart beat inside its chest that is simply fighting with everything it has to protect its right to exist? Well, let's dive into this explainer. Let's step past the legends and discover the true heart of a tiny warrior fighting for survival in a place where simply seeing tomorrow is a massive miracle.
Section 1, Anatomy of a Warrior. To understand the warrior, we really have to first understand the armor it wears. At first glance, the honey badger looks completely unassuming. Barely scratching 10 to 12 kilograms, it kind of looks like an oversized weasel, or even a harmless puppy wandering through the brush. Yet, hidden within this small, compact frame, nature has engineered a biological masterpiece that defies all scientific expectations. Now, its greatest physical weapon isn't actually its teeth. It's not even its heavy-duty shovel-like claws that it uses to forge underground fortresses. Though, to be fair, it does have massive jaws capable of crushing a rock-hard tortoise shell. No, its true armor is its skin. Its hide is incredibly thick, dense, and essentially unpierceable. But what's really fascinating here is its loose skin. It hangs around its body almost like an oversized, heavy-duty cloak. If a massive apex predator grabs the honey badger by the back of the neck, expecting an easy kill, the honey badger can literally twist, turn, and rotate a full 180 degrees completely inside its own skin, instantly launching a vicious counterattack right into the predator's face. And it really needs this incredible anatomy for its daily commute through the scorched, bleeding landscapes of the Kalahari Desert. For the honey badger, every single day is a full-scale war. It doesn't know the luxury of rest. It moves with this tireless, steady trot beneath a tyrannical, blinding sun, digging fiercely with zero breaks just to consume the desert's absolute horrors. We're talking scorpions, venomous spiders, the most lethal snakes on Earth. It basically acts as nature's ultimate cleanup crew, converting the most feared dangers of the jungle right into its daily sustenance. And of course, we have to mention its absolute obsession with honey. Retrieving honey means targeting massive beehives, where thousands of furious, highly venomous wild bees plunge their stingers into its face, its eyes, its ears. For a human, that level of agonizing pain would mean instantaneous death. But the honey badger? It just sits calmly in the raging swarm, tearing the hive apart. It literally swallows the pain. To this warrior, the venomous stings of 1,000 bees feel like nothing more than a passing minor itch. It has befriended suffering. And you know what? When you lose your fear of pain, you become completely unstoppable. Section 2, Dance with the Mamba. Picture this. Out of the shadows of a dry, moonlit riverbed emerges a massive, 10-foot-long black mamba. A single bite from this creature contains enough neurotoxic venom to drop a fully grown bull elephant in hours. This snake is death incarnate, and stepping directly into its path is our small 12-kilogram warrior. The snake hisses, striking pure terror into the night. But there is zero hesitation in the badger's eyes, only an intense, burning hunger. 0 seconds, the mamba strikes like lightning, a lethal strike straight across the face, a massive dose of poison directly into the bloodstream. But the badger doesn't retreat a single inch. 2 seconds, it unleashes a guttural scream of rage, lunging straight through the strikes. 15 seconds, it locks its powerful jaws directly onto the snake's head. Sand is flying absolutely everywhere. The two creatures are thrashing wildly in the dark, until finally, at 5 minutes, the snake's body goes completely limp. The badger has won. It immediately begins to tear into the very creature that just delivered a lethal dose of venom into its veins. But suddenly, the honey badger stops eating. It takes a step forward, but its legs begin to wobble. It stumbles. The neurotoxin has finally reached its heart. Its legs give out entirely. It collapses heavily onto the cold sand. Its body lies completely motionless, stiff, devoid of life. The silence of the jungle falls over the riverbed like a heavy shroud. It looks completely dead. Was this the end of the journey? Its breathing slows down to absolutely nothing. Nature has seemingly taken back its most defiant creation. But no, the ultimate miracle unfolds. This is evolutionary immunity at work. The honey badger's blood contains specialized receptors that actively fight the venom.
They bind to the toxins and neutralize their deadly effects. It literally travels to the gates of death and walks right back out. 2 hours pass on the quiet night, and suddenly, a paw twitches. Its chest heaves with a massive gasp of air. It opens its eyes, shakes its head violently to clear the fog of death, groans, and stumbles right back to its feet. And without a single ounce of fear, it walks straight back over to the exact same half-eaten snake and casually finishes its meal.
Section 3. Facing the giants. So it dismantles the hidden dangers of the desert. But what happens when this tiny warrior is cornered by the undisputed royalty of the African savanna? Imagine a 200-kilogram male lion armed with a spine-breaking paw swipe, standing over a lone 10-kilogram honey badger. Under normal circumstances, literally any other animal would flee. But if you turn your back, you die. So it goes on the offensive. Look at the sheer madness of this moment. It charges directly at the pride of lions. It emits a terrifying demonic screech, lunging straight for the lion's face, snapping its jaws with unhinged, chaotic energy. The lions are completely stunned. They actually step back. The badger is armed with an overwhelming explosion of pure, unadulterated madness that completely disrupts the predators. You see, lions are highly calculated hunters. They're constantly weighing risk versus reward. When they look at this raging ball of muscle and loose skin, they realize fighting it is going to cost them dearly. They know they'll leave with deep infected gouges, a ripped nose, or a mangled leg. And in the wild, a severe injury means you starve. The badger intentionally makes itself the most difficult, painful, and unappealing target in the jungle. It becomes a thorn so incredibly sharp that the 200-kilogram kings simply turn around and retreat. The honey badger stands its ground in the dust, proving once and for all that physical scale is just an illusion.
Section 4. A mother's fierce love. Behind this rock-hard, battle-scarred exterior lies a profoundly tender heart. The honey badger doesn't actually live its entire life in a state of chaotic rage. When a female honey badger gives birth, her entire universe transforms. She retreats deep into a hidden burrow, and this mother, feared across the plains as a ruthless executioner, becomes the gentlest, most fiercely protective sanctuary for her tiny, blind, helpless cub. As a mother, her burden is immense. It's agonizing. She can't stay in one place, or the scent of her cub will attract roaming hyenas and leopards. So every few days, she endures an exhausting routine. She waits for the cover of pitch-black night. She carefully picks up her helpless baby in her jaws. She marches for miles across highly dangerous, predator-infested terrain, and she digs a brand new sanctuary. Her heart, which never beats faster in the face of a lion, walks with a constant, exhausting fear for her child. She vows that as long as she draws breath, no harm will ever come to her cub.
And then comes the ultimate test. A desperate, starving leopard tracks their scent directly to the new burrow. The mother steps out into the falling rain. There's no ego here, only a potent mix of blinding maternal fury and raw desperation. The leopard pounces. A horrific, epic battle explodes right there in the bleedy mud. The leopard's massive claws tear into her flesh, but she absolutely refuses to yield. She transforms her body into an immovable, solid wall at the mouth of the den. She absorbs every single ounce of punishment, biting and clawing at the giant predator's face with a fierce, protective ferocity that eventually forces the leopard to completely lose its nerve and flees into the dark rain.
The mother collapses heavily at the entrance. Her body is broken. Her breath comes in ragged, painful gasps as blood pours from her wounds. But she doesn't cry out in pain. Instead, she immediately turns her head to look deep into the burrow, relaxing only the moment she sees her cub is completely safe and untouched. Her ferocity isn't born out of rage. It's born out of a profound capacity to love. She was fighting for the continuation of her very soul.
Section 5. The indomitable human spirit.
You know, this story of the honey badger isn't merely a lesson in zoology. It's a mirror held right up to our own hardships. It's a permanent reminder of the power of the indomitable human spirit. Nature didn't give this animal a massive physical frame, but it gave it an unbreakable soul. When life hits you hard, when it strikes you with setbacks so severe that you feel paralyzed, broken, and emotionally exhausted, remember this tiny warrior. Decide you will not break. You must find the inner fortitude to wake up, swallow the venom of life, shake off the poison, and rise back up. Your current scale, your size, your resources, they do not dictate your destiny. Your willingness to fight back is the absolutely only metric that matters. Refuse to bow down to challenges. Lose your fear of the storm. You must look your struggles directly in the eyes and declare with absolute certainty that you will not surrender. If the epic, deeply inspiring journey of this fearless warrior touched your heart today, make sure to like this explainer, subscribe to the channel, and drop this ultimate rallying cry down in the comments section below. Be a honey badger.
Keep the warrior inside you alive. Keep that fire burning bright. Stand your ground, heal your wounds, and finish what you started. Are you ready for whatever comes next?